Okay, so if you're boiling water in a pot, that water in the pot is never going to exceed 212 in liquid form, because that's the boiling point of water. No matter how much you turn up that burner, how much more heat you add, it doesn't actually ever exceed 212. Any molecules that exceed 212 turn to vapor and leave. So a pot is always at 212. So the way that works is, then imagine if you're a dragon and you you live in an oven. The oven's like 500 degrees, it's super hot. But somebody puts a pot of boiling water in there with you in the oven, and that pot is 212 degrees, obviously, because there's still liquid water, even though it's boiling hot. That dragon, you want to jump in that water because it's 300 degrees cooler than the outside, and as long as that water's in there, you're like, this is so cool. That's exactly the principle behind AC, except instead of water, liquid water, they use something called a refrigerant. It's way colder, boiling point. So it's boiling off and it's staying at a temperature, let's say 0 degrees. That's always way colder than the outside air. And so when you're feeling super hot at 100 degrees outside or whatever, that refrigerant is boiling at 0 degrees. The idea is that as that liquid boils into a vapor, quote, for the refrigerant, they're catching that vapor and compressing it and condensing it and turning it back into a liquid, and then injecting that right back into that pot of boiling refrigerant. And so that refrigerant always stays at like 0 degrees. And as long as that refrigerant's at 0 degrees, you're always going to get super cold air that you can blow across that, to give you AC. So there you go. Random science thoughts with John that everybody already knows.
For the air conditioning, how does it blow the cold air?
Yeah,
is
so
it blowing the vapors or the water?
So instead of a bowl filled with this super cool refrigerant, they put it into tubes, and these tubes kind of do this back and forth into a coil shape, which is just kind of a zigzag pattern like that. And then, kind of like a radiator in your car, they blow air across these super cold pipes, essentially. And because these pipes are super cold, 0 degrees, if you blow air through them, the air on the other side is really, really cold. So it's always just the liquid through the pipes, cooling down the pipes, blowing air through the super cool pipes, so that you get cold air on the other side.